With Marvel and Disney gearing up the marketing campaign for Captain Marvel, their 21st feature film release, Variety has reported that the creatives at the studios are preparing a number of live-action TV series based within the Marvel Cinematic Universe to launch on Disney's upcoming streaming service. With a $100 million budgeted Star Wars series already well in development under the lead of Iron Man and Iron Man 2 director Jon Favreau, it's clear that Disney is willing to go all out on its exclusive series to create true cinematic experiences for the small screen, considering the movies alone are reported to have budgets of only $25 million. While the budgets for the upcoming Marvel series haven't been revealed by Variety, it's clear that, based on the Star Wars series budget, Disney certainly won't cut corners on series based within the universe of their most lucrative franchise. When we take into account that the often lackluster Netflix Marvel shows have a roughly estimated budget of $40 million per season, it's clear to see how much more spectacular anything coming out of Disney's own streaming service might be. And for series that are said to be more grounded within the MCU continuity than the Netflix shows have been lately, we'd certainly hope they would be. Variety reports that a number of previously established Marvel characters who are yet to receive their own movies will finally get their spotlight in various limited series of 6 to 8 episodes, with their original MCU actors reprising their roles. First up, the characters of Loki and Scarlet Witch are said to be being prepped for their own series, and both Tom Hiddleston and Elizabeth Olsen are said to be in negotiations to star. It's said that Disney and Marvel Studios are in early development on these series, and while no showrunners have been keyed up just yet, it's reported that MCU mastermind Kevin Feige will be heavily involved. Again, these Disney streaming series will be deeply rooted within the MCU, and unlike the current Marvel series running on Netflix, ABC, Hulu, and Freeform, which are all produced by Marvel TV, will be produced by Marvel Studios themselves, opening up the possibilities for series that directly reference the MCU movies, and that the MCU movies can reference in return, and in effect be the kind of series that Marvel fans have wanted from the beginning. Personally, I think this is a really great idea. There's plenty of great Marvel characters out there that I feel deserve the additional spotlight, but don't necessarily think would hold their own films. I've always believed characters like Black Widow, Hawkeye, The Vision, Falcon, and most of the other side Avengers wouldn't work in standalone films, and I think Scarlet Witch and Loki are two characters that also fit the same bill. With their vast history in comics, I couldn't even begin to theorize what comic arcs Marvel could adapt for these characters, and especially given how in the dark we are about what's next in the MCU following Avengers Infinity War, it would be almost impossible to do so. I'd personally love to see a series that follows Scarlet Witch after the events of Infinity War and Avengers 4, where we can really truly get to explore the full extent of her powers, as I feel we've never quite been able to delve into them deep enough in the movies. Scarlet Witch is a wonderfully layered character and one that is incredibly powerful, so I'd love to follow her struggle post-Thanos. Perhaps with The Vision as a supporting character, assuming he pulls through alright after Avengers 4. Could we finally get an adaptation of the Vision and the Scarlet Witch comics? As for Loki, I honestly don't see his death as being reversible after Infinity War, and while I'm not an enormous fan of the character, I'd love to see some kind of prequel series that sees him running amok on Asgard, perhaps with the Enchantress by his side. And would it be too much to ask for a small appearance or two from Hemsworth's Thor? I haven't been a huge fan of Marvel's TV series so far, especially since Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. stopped making an effort to fit in with the grander MCU storytelling a few seasons in, and since the Netflix shows didn't quite turn into the movie-connecting series we all thought they would be. However, I would be able to get heavily behind bigger budgeted shows starring pre-established characters portrayed by their on-screen performers, especially for any of those I mentioned earlier. I don't think we need any more than 3 MCU movies a year, but I would definitely welcome a number of short serials on the side. Of course, none of this has been confirmed or announced by Marvel Studios or Disney as of yet, so we can file this one in the rumor mill for now. However, given that Disney is throwing a whole lot of money to push their streaming service, reportedly launching in late 2019, this report is quite credible, unlike some of the other MCU rumors that get peddled around out there. So what does everybody out there think? What are your thoughts on the possibility of these series overall? What can Marvel do with a Loki and a Scarlet Witch series? And what other characters would you like to see headed to Disney's streaming platform? Let me know in the comments below. If this is your first time viewing one of my videos, you like what you've seen, you'd like to see more like this in the future, then please don't forget to hit that big old subscribe button up on your screen right now, and also hit that like button down below if you're feeling extra generous. Also, don't forget to check out my many social media accounts, and please consider supporting me over on Patreon. Thanks for watching, guys, and I hope you have a wonderful day.